Hi, Nate.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me, how are you feeling?
Um, Great. I'm feeling great, but a bit overwhelmed.
So tell me, what was the most memorable moment in the Big Brother
I'd
house?
say a lot, and having to answer the question most, it's very hard because there's so many highlights in the house. Like, I could mostly just like really highlight the last week in the house is like being in the top five and how Biggie treated us like royalty, the dinner, you know what I mean? Everything was just so beautiful, like doing our nails, getting our hair done for the last time, all the wager tasks that we won except one, obviously, because we didn't understand what pantomime meant. But yeah, I wish we got a rematch. Um, I don't even know if I should say 3 weeks ago's pool party, but that was amazing. That pool party was so amazing when we had like water guns. Um, Also, towards the end of the season, winning Queen of Umlilo, I always say like, yeah, but I want that crown. But that was like my highlight. I was like, oh, people see me finally. Because I always just said like, what am I doing wrong? Um, but also my other highlights is just some of the genuine connections that I've made in the house, the friendships that I made in the house that like have poured in like into my life like directly and indirectly. Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me, this was not part of my questions, by the way. Were you stealing food in the house? Were you hiding food in the house?
I was not stealing food and I was not. Now that I'm remembering the part about hiding food, that I hid sugar. That one, guys, I don't know. Do people watch the show or they decide to choose how they watch the show? You know, um, I put sugar aside because I think everyone could see that in the house, like food will always just finish fast. Like, how are you drinking tea 20 times a day? And, like some of us also has to like use the sugar. Like, how do you do that? You have coffee and have hot chocolate, and you're gonna have Milo, and then you're gonna have tea, and then you're gonna have tea again. Like, and then even with cereals, people put 3 tablespoons, not teaspoon, tablespoons of sugar, and I was saving them. I was doing them a favor. If you think about it, as a medical practitioner, it it's saving them. You know what I mean? Yes. Anyway, back to Nate. It's saving them because why? You're gonna get sick. You understand? And you're in a space where there's no doctors around you. You hit the going, you go home because now you can't now be in the game. So I wanted everyone in the house to be in the game, bring their A game, and like not be sick. Okay, I'm joking, but I hit the sugar. I hit the sugar because I just felt like, let me just put it away. I wasn't even hiding it. I put it away. And if I was hiding it, then it would be in secrecy, and it was never in secrecy. And the person that took out that secret that he saw, he made it a big deal when he was like, I've been hiding sugar. But he saw me when I put the sugar. And I was like, why is it drama? Now it looks like a strategy from his end because you saw me when I hit the sugar. And I told you why I'm putting the sugar there. It's not like it was not going to come out. I don't drink sugar. I hardly use sugar even with my cereals because I don't eat cornflakes. I don't eat those type of cereals. So what would I gain from hiding sugar? Like, why would I hide something that I don't eat really?
But why would you take it?
I took it so that they can use sugar wisely. I was trying to save it for them, and I felt like I had every right to control whatever happens in the kitchen because I was kitchen staff. You understand? So I had full control of doing whatever and whatever I want in the kitchen.
Okay, and the ice cream?
I never stole an ice cream, guys. That story still shocks me. I've been getting it the whole day. I don't. Where?
Okay, so if it's not you, do you know who stole the ice cream? Was it
Oh,
Ashley?
no one knows. No one. I was never part of that squad. That squad, I was never part of. I was never invited. Eh? You see, the way they didn't even like me, I was never invited. For sure, they looked at me like, this one's gonna talk. I was never invited to that club. So with the ice cream, I know nothing. The only thing I took is biltong. I took the biltong, ne? BK knew nothing about it. It was never strategy or anything. We just got a package and then they splattered it on the table. I took one pack, I hid it, and I was like, okay, let me put it there. And someone is looking. Oh, ish. And then I took it out later after telling BK. I was like, BK, I took something from the kitchen. I took biltong. And then he was like, okay, go put it. I said, I can't put it with my things. So what must I do? It's like, oh, go put it in my things because people are not going to be suspicious of me. I'm like, I bet. And then I hid it in his stuff. And then after that, Kanti, they're going to host a meeting for me about a biltong. Like, they didn't eat 3 packs of biltong. You're going to cry for 1 pack of biltong. Now I'm on blast, you know. But I really wish that whole situation didn't happen because the interaction between me and Jojo was not nice, and I hated making her feel like the way that I did. I hated every second of it, and I even went to her when I got the chance and said to her, like, the truth is this, but I didn't appreciate being put on blast like that, where you're putting me in a situation where I know that most people in the house don't like me, so it's making things worse. You understand? And also, I think I was trying to protect myself from a place of fear because when Ashley got evicted, it was after the whole ice cream store. So I was like, if hot eviction comes, now, if I say I stole the biltong, they're going to say, they're going to nominate me when I wanted to return the biltong. BK was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, why are you pulling back? I'm like, I'm not pulling back. Like, I just want to return the bills. Like, nope. I said, it's okay. Like, if you want to keep the biltong, it's fine. We'll just act like nothing happened, you know. Because I'm not going to eat it. It's not my favorite biltong. So, it's fine. You can have it. And then, yeah, that's what happened with the biltong store. It was just sugar and biltong. Guys, with the ice cream, I don't know. I have sensitive teeth. So, the only time I started eating ice cream was when I started becoming friends with Jojo. So we're bonding over ice cream because she liked ice cream.
Okay, so how did you handle the pressure and the stress of living in the house?
I mean, I'm just like naturally a person that loves learning about like different people and how their minds work and like how they understand things and how they perceive things. So for me, the experiment was very interesting to just be in, you know. And I also just took it as a holiday because I was just off from work, you know. Now I don't have to be on my phone like 24/7 and check like what's going on with work. For me, it was just a breather because being a struggling medical practitioner is so real. I don't want to highlight it badly and say struggling, but I don't mean it in a bad way, but just in a sense of I don't find too much fulfillment in like being a medical practitioner compared to being in the creative space. I feel more joy and fulfillment when I'm in the creative space. So being in Big Brother's house was like just a dream come true and very fulfilling for me. Like I wake up feeling fulfilled, I go to bed feeling fulfilled, and that was my life every day. You know, I'm in a space where I feel like I belong, you know. I'm living my dream. So yeah, it was just a huge break from work because now I don't have to worry about things that I can't see, you know. And like when every day, like, yeah, look, your problems are facing you, you know. So it was such a breather for me, but also just fulfilling at the same time. So it was just the balance, like, yeah.
Okay, so I usually ask this question at the end, like about future plans and all. But since you just mentioned now that you love to be in the creative space, so what is it that we can expect from Nate? Where to from here?
So before I left, I was basically just pursuing my content creation journey, focusing more on beauty and hair. And it was going well because I was just knocking on doors. I was like, hi, my name is Nate. I love doing hair, which you guys like to like collaborate with me. You know, whether trade exchange or you're trying to, give me that bag, it's fine. But you start somewhere, and it was working out. I've approached like makeup brands, and they were happy to work with me, and I collaborated with some. It was still growing. I didn't work with like a lot. I worked with a few, and some I was just doing trade exchange so that I can just build on my my profile and like my platform, so that I can roll the right crowd to my page, and we just focus on beauty. But being in Biggie's house, like just also having to experience other housemates in the house and like their different talents and their capabilities and like how creative they are in their own like ways was kind of inspiring, that I could also be open-minded enough to just try different things. Maybe I can try acting, maybe I can try going back to singing and see where it leads me. It doesn't limit me because I'm open. Like I was given a platform where I'm able to choose what I want and see where I fit best. So yeah, like I really also can't wait to like see what comes of like Nades. Yeah, cause my mind runs every day. It's always like, what are we doing tomorrow? What do you wanna do? You wanna be a rapper? But one thing I wanted to do when I left, I said I want to be a DJ. That's what I said. Like, I love music so much. And yeah, I think I'm going to pursue DJing, like learn how to like, yeah. My oldest brother's like a DJ. So I was just like, bro, I'm going to hit you up. And it's like, yes. And my close friends are DJs. So they were also just open to like teaching me. So now people must not be weird, ne, when they see DJ Nate Dogg. Ne, I don't want weird energy. But I'm really excited to explore myself in this space that's like that I've been like, given. Yeah.
So 72 days from day 1 to day 72. Who can you say was very close to you and someone that really, really pushed you until the last day, somebody that you can actually appreciate?
Okay, number one, no one pushed me. I went into that house alone. When I applied alone, ne? But I'll just highlight that the person that mostly kept me sane in the house is BK. Like he added so much like value into my life, and I feel like vice versa. It was just amazing to experience like the connection that we had. It was beautiful for me. It was very fulfilling, and if I've been feeling low and feeling sad, I know that when I'm with BK I'll be okay. And just having to maybe cover myself in our connection kind of made people feel like maybe I was keeping him to myself. Yes, I was keeping him to myself because he was my safe space. It was safer to just be around him, because when we speak, like we speak with love, with care, and if we don't understand each other, we communicate and like about like the way we make each other feel, and we have to apologize and like and learn then we do that. And that's what I appreciated most about like my connection with BK in the house. So yeah, like that was my boy, like that was my boy.
Most people, they felt as if you were controlling BK. Do you feel the same?
I think it looked like that because I'm naturally just a jealous friend, and I used to make examples with my best friend, and someone said it's toxic. I gave them an example, and I say, if my best friend posts someone and they say happy birthday, love of my life, what. Number one, why are you saying love of my life? Number two, that picture has been there for too long. Like 5 hours is more than enough. I'm sure the person viewed it, deleted, and she'll delete it. And she does that the same thing to me, you know. So I've even explained it to Tyrone, and I said I can't put it to words what it is, but I even forgot the word because wow, English has run away. But I'm very, what's the word, where you want to keep something to yourself.
Is it overprotective?
Not overprotective, but you want it to yourself alone. You know, I'm that type of friend. I don't want to share you. You know, it's not control. I just don't want to share you. You know, and when I'm down and I'm not feeling okay, then when I turn and I'm looking for BK because now I feel like I'm crashing, then you're with someone. Now I'm like, Aibu, it's my time, you know. But at the same time as that was happening, I was allowing him, or rather, yes, I'll say I was allowing space between us, not even allowing him, but allowing space between us for him to just like be him and for me to just be me, because obviously we can't be codependent on each other. Like we can't be dependent on each other like that. So people viewed it as controlling, but it was never that. And I feel like even if he had to sit down next to me and explain it, it's not like that. Like I think you can look at BK and try analyze him, like the way he speaks and the way he carries himself, that he's someone that's like independent in thinking and in action and everything that he does, that you could never control him. You know what I mean? And it's just banter. It's just us having fun. It's just how our relationship was just easygoing, that it allowed that flexibility for me to be myself and for him to be himself, you know. And what if it was just a portrayal of him being comfortable around me, you know? And what if it was just funny for him to, when I say, BK, let's go, for him it's funny, like, yeah, okay, I'm coming, you know. It wasn't that deep for the both of us. And I'm like, there's times, like countless times, where when I say something, like I ask him for something, he says no, and he stands on it. He actually really means it, you know what I mean? And he doesn't care if that thing hurts me, but he also prioritizes like how that thing will maybe like make him feel or like benefit him at that time. And if he wants to prioritize something at the time that maybe I need something from him, he'll prioritize what's important for him. You understand? And I feel like people focus more on the wrong things when it came to our connection, instead of like just seeing us as individuals that actually just have a bond of like friendship, that's just that like really care about each other and just add value into each other's lives on a daily. Yeah.
But what was the most challenging part about this competition for you?
I won't lie, like in the house, like I didn't have like any challenges. Like the things that happened in the house were supposed to happen to just like add to my growth, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was never challenging, you know. I think I just hated waking up for gym. Like I actually didn't hate waking up. I hated being in the gym, because while we're working for an hour, like can we not make it like 30 minutes or like 25 minutes? Because why are we doing so many burpees and style jumps and high jump squats? They were so exhausting. And I remember even the first day I wanted to hit the gong and go home, because why are we going to gym? Is this gonna happen Monday to Friday? You know what I mean? But I think I've repeated this, like always just saying, like my journey in the Big Brother house, Mzansi season 5 Umlilo, has been very easy, smooth sailing, and everything that I've ever experienced from people, whether it's hate, whether it's name calling, it's nothing that I've never experienced in my life. Like, and I'm not money, not everyone's gonna like me, and it's okay, you know. And it's just unfortunate that I was just in a space where I had to learn to like coexist with people that don't like me, unlike in the outside world where I can pick and choose the people that I want in my space, and also even with those people create a boundary. But that was just mostly just the difference, that I was just in a position where I had to learn to, and I always just decided to always just like lead with love, no matter what. So when I got evicted, I just remembered my DR when I told Biggie that I didn't come here for the 2 meter. And I was like, what if I was the winner? And he said, because his response was like, didn't come here for the 2 meter. And I was like, why does he sound like that? Of course I came for the money. But what I actually meant when I said I didn't come for the 2 meter, I just meant that like my prize was never, like my eyes was never on the prize, because I just feel like when something that you want is far from you, you tend to like lose focus into getting into it, instead of like allowing yourself to go through the things that you're supposed to go through so you reach the end. And I was like, Nate, what if in the diary room like you can speak your fate, and then Biggie's like, hey man, let's give it to Nate, man, she deserves it. Now I must say, Biggie, it's so hard being a medical practitioner. I hate it so much. Sometimes I call my mom like at least 3 times a month, and I'm just like, girl, I'm packing my bags, I'm coming back, because I can't do this, now also, I don't want to sell a sad story, but I've always said, because I'm so close to like the 2 million, then it means money is accessible and reachable. And if this money is not meant for me, then it's meant for someone that truly deserves it, and that's fine. That means it's their time to get that money. But if I'm this close, that means I can access that money. That's what I believe in. So yeah.
But how did the support from your fans and your family help you during this competition?
I think the biggest strategy, what I realized, seasons are different, but what I realized is, I'm not saying when someone enters for Big Brother, they must strategize on it. I feel like the strategy in going to the house, be nominated from the first week. But also be a strong competitor, like bet on yourself. Because you build momentum. People recognize you first. They look and you're like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm not saying be nominated for the wrong reasons. I'm saying be a strong competitor to a point where people, when they look at you, just feel like, yo, hi, this one. Yeah, so you can build momentum. I felt like being nominated week in, week out, I was building momentum, Because, Nate, sit down. Oh, okay. Sharp. And something JJ always liked saying was like, yo, Nate, why don't you do your face? I'm like, I'm tired. It's like, what I realized, Nate? Every Sunday when you don't do your makeup, you don't go home. Like, I love your confidence. I'm like, JJ, it's not confidence. I'm just tired. I don't want to do my face. And number 2, I'm in a space where I'm really fulfilled. Like, I don't think people understand when I say I'm fulfilled. I am fulfilled. So if it's my time to go, like, I'll take it with pride. Like, I'll go. But at the same time going, I wouldn't be sad, because when I go outside, like, whatever I'm equipped with, like, I'll work with it, That means it's someone else's money. And if I reach the top 5, great, But I started becoming more confident towards the end of the game, where I was just like, now it's time for me to compare myself to the other housemates, I look at the sun and I look at the sun and look the sun. As much as I hate comparing, I'm a person that hates comparing, because I just feel like everyone was great in their own game that they brought to the game. But it was just a matter of like, yeah, now it's getting real. People have left. Now competition is getting tough. Now it's top 10. Now it's top 8 now. Then now I'm like top 5. Now also your competitor is like, do you think this one will beat me? But for me, obviously, it's internalized. It's not something that I speak about. I don't speak about how confident I am about not leaving with people. It's only shared in the DR because it's my business. I never want to put people in a position where they should feel intimidated. I'm not your competition. We came here for the same thing, you know. We're at the same level, and it's anyone's game, basically. So, yeah.
Okay, so one last thing, right? Obviously, we're not gonna end this interview without talking about it. So the situation between you and KB.
I think it's very sensitive and a very triggering topic to talk about, so I don't think I'm really ready to talk about it. But I'll just say that I've moved to a position where I didn't understand what was going on, and I felt out of place when she left, because we're building our bond, and also just trying to put myself in a position of forgiving and continue with our bond, because I felt like there's so much that we could pour into each other's life, and she could learn a thing or two from me, and I could learn a thing from her. And I even felt bad when people was like, can we pack for her? And I'm like, no, because I was feeling out of place. Not that I didn't want to, I really wanted to, because I was really fond of her. I feel like she's an amazing person, and having to experience her blossom into actually being her true authentic self in the house, from being this Lesotho blanket lady, was very beautiful to really experience her, discover that she can be vulnerable and allow people in her space. And then probably a week later I was just like, maybe I should have, because I believe in really giving people the benefit of the doubt, and also second chances, or however many chances that I feel okay, let me give it again. But I won't really go deep in detail with it, because for me it's really a triggering topic, so I can't confirm or deny or really give in too much insight on when it comes to that.
Okay, no, I understand. What do you think your experience in the Big Brother house has changed you as a person?
Being in the Big Brother house, I don't feel like it has changed me as a person. I just feel like it just added, it's like Nate was there. Oh, perfect baby, what do you need, a dummy? Huh? Are you full? Okay, go home. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Biggie was just like, hey girl, oh, you're so perfect. Okay, here's a cherry. Yeah, okay, because I believe I've worked so much on myself to be able to navigate such a platform where a lot of people come on the show and they lose themselves, and they learn more about themselves, and they hit the gong and go home. But I've worked on myself enough to prepare myself for such a phase in my life that was needed, and it was really fulfilling. I loved every second of it. I loved every moment of it, I won't lie.
Okay, so what advice would you give somebody that wants to enter the next season of Big Brother?
If you want to audition for Big Brother next year, number one, do it. Okay? It's not what you think it is. It's not. It's not what you think it is. Big Brother is a platform to uplift you, a platform to pour into you, to help you learn more about yourself, to spread positivity into your life, so that you can also anchor that into the world when you get out of the house. Whether you leave first week, second week, third week, whatever time you leave, whether you leave with the money, but to anchor positivity and the things that you've learned in the house to the world. But yeah, shoot that video. No, sit. Don't some people didn't even have ring lights, bruv. My makeup wasn't even, it was patched. When I looked at my video, I was like, is this the one? But it actually was the one, because when I looked at the video, I didn't pause. I spoke, and I spoke about myself, and I didn't present myself as someone that I'm not. I presented myself as someone that I know myself as to be, and someone as people know me as to be. Shoot that video, go for it. People have applied more than 3 times, you know. I was just like, he shot one time, and then Biggie was like, Umlilo, Nate. I mean, it makes sense. She's gonna bring the fire, and I did. Hello. So I just said, I'm just trying to elaborate on the part where I said, don't focus on the money. You know, there will always just be one winner. Imagine one person and 24 people. If you focus on the money, you tend to deka on your way, because the prize is so far, bruh. Like 10 weeks is a lot, you know. So playing your game, just be you. If you want to sleep, Baba, sleep. Nsuko's been sleeping the first few weeks there. Even me. Guys, I'm sure you saw, like, this season we were napping. Like, our nap was, like, naps were our love language. You know? Like, we would just be like, HOH, can we nap? Guys, we're not playing when we're napping, ne? We are actually strategizing to bring Umlila. And we did, you know? But my biggest advice to you, don't focus on the money. Number 2, be authentically yourself. Because people can smell fake from here. A distance is far from here. And if you come with a strategy of being someone that you're not, people can see it. Because you can never pretend for 3 weeks to be someone that you're not. You're gonna slack, and people are gonna really experience you, and you're gonna go home. Then what? It's better to go home when you've played your game fair. And that's how I played my game. I played it fair. I was just authentically myself. And we made it to the top 5. Yes.